Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for tonight, February the 2nd, 2012. It is, of course, the first of 2 episodes in the UK. Overall, tonight's Impact Wrestling was okay tonight. You know, they set up some things for Against All Odds, including a title match, which I kind of thought was going to happen. We saw the return of a certain person who was Garrett's trainer, which I kind of knew off the bat. I kind of suspected it was him. And let me say this, first things first, UK crowds, doesn't matter if you watch a WWE taping from there or TNA tapings. The first TNA taping outside of the US is kind of cool to see them do, especially in a big arena like Wembley Arena. Not exactly O2, but still. But the crowd was pretty cool. You know, the crowd was a great crowd. I liked the crowd tonight, doing certain matches, which I'll explain in a few moments, but I think I liked the show tonight. It was okay Impact tonight. So we kick it off with some blah 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 as Bobby Roode came out with Bully Ray, talking about how they attacked Jeff Hardy last week. Last week they had a tag team tables match. Jeff Hardy got the victory with his partner, James Storm, by doing a little frog splash off the top rope to Bobby Roode through a table. But Bully and Bobby had the last word with a Bubba Bomb through on the top on Jeff Hardy, putting Jeff Hardy through a table. Jeff Hardy wasn't able to make it to the UK tour, but they came out after Bobby and Bully did the blabbing and bragging about taking out Jeff Hardy, not making him be able to be in the UK. So they come out saying Jeff's gonna be fine. Jeff's gonna be fine by, let's say, 2 weeks from this, a week from this Saturday, TNA's pay-per-view Against All Odds. And I kind of suspected this situation because we all know that there was like no more contenders matches and all that, but now it's official. It's a fatal 4-way for the title at the pay-per-view. It's Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray, James Storm, and Bobby Roode for the title. Fatal 4-way. I knew that was going to happen. I kind of suspected it. It was either going to be a triple threat or a fatal 4-way with the situation we'd seen with Bobby interfering in the James Storm Jeff Hardy match, after what happened with the Hardy Bobby Roode match, with Bully Ray interfering. So makes sense to have all 4 involved in this matchup at the pay-per-view. But for tonight, James Storm wanted both. He wanted both Bobby and Bully Ray. He originally wanted a handicap match. Sting wouldn't allow it. Sting's like, how about you wrestle both these guys in separate matches tonight instead of a handicap match? Well, it kind of was a handicap match for Crimson and Morgan, whoever was in it, as these two were the match, the unique tag match to kick off after that segment, which was a Buckingham Palace tag match as Crimson and Morgan took on Magnus and Joe. Magnus and Joe have been losing singles matches against the tag team champions, but tonight they had an opportunity to avenge that in a non-title Buckingham Palace match. Now this was unique because it was a coin toss at the beginning of the match to see which team would have a 2-on-1 advantage. They had both men at the same time instead of having to tag in. And Magnus and Joe got the coin toss victory, so that means both of them will be allowed to be in the ring, while Crimson and Morgan would have to tag in, normal tag team style. So beginning of the match, it was basically kind of like a handicap match with Crimson in there against Joe and Magnus. And this is a unique matchup, but it was kind of okay matchup. Joe and Magnus, these two are tossed together, and I'm kind of happy they're doing that. They're making, like when WWE tries to make new tag teams out of random people, it's a mixed success. But when TNA makes Joe and Magnus team up together just because they want a new team with a lot of tag teams out with injuries or fired or whatever reasons, Joe and Magnus have been putting on decent matches and they got potential to be a great tag team. Once again, it's short again tonight in this okay matchup with Morgan and Crimson. Morgan gets tagged in, but then the end was like Crimson getting a double team, like Joe delivered some moves and like a big nasty kick to Morgan, and then of course Crimson got attacked, and of course Magnus came up the top with his little finisher move on the top rope, getting Magnus and Joe the victory in this very unique non-title Buckingham Palace match. Maybe put him in line for a title shot next Sunday at the pay-per-view, which I'm guessing they probably will get. They send the huge matches tonight. They've been sending matches this all week, all the last couple of weeks, despite losing. Madison and Joe have been on the winning end when it comes to standing tall in the end. I remember like Magnus took on Morgan, and then Magnus lost, but then they attacked Morgan. Joe and Magnus attacked at the end of the match. And then, same thing, Crimson took on Joe, or was it vice versa? But no matter what, Joe and Magnus had the last word, so we'll see what happens. They kind of shouted out that probably will. And they kind of deserve a rematch after their match at the Genesis pay-per-view last month. Now on to another champion match. We had like every champion fight in this tonight. Every champion had a match tonight. Non-title, basically. But every champion was there. Especially in our second match. Austin Aries, the X Division champion, took on Mark Haskins, a British guy. Of course, Austin Aries heads towards a match against Austin Shelley at the pay-per-view against the Lodge. Can't wait to see that match. Should be a great matchup. But this match was just okay, kind of a mini squash match. And this is UK. And Mark Haskins got some cheers, but then Austin Aries got some big chants. I was surprised the crowd in UK was chanting Austin Aries. But Austin Aries got the victory in this little bit of a mini squash match. And Mark Haskins did okay. He did well, but like I said, Austin Aries heading towards his match against Alex Shelley, setting a huge match against Shelley tonight with his victory over Mark Haskins. Saying, Shelley, then I'm ready for you. And against all odds, Austin looked okay tonight. Looked very good tonight against Mark Haskins. Like, Haskins is okay guy. You know, he's okay. But he's just UK guy, so maybe if he gets like a full-time contract, maybe he can impress people. But he just okay. He did okay tonight against the X Division champion. He did okay. But we'll see what happens down the road with Haskins. But like I said, Aries heading in with a lot of momentum, heading into his match against Alex Shelley at the pay-per-view. Now we saw some segments involving Garrett Bischoff tonight. Garrett Bischoff had a trainer. And last week they had a little segment with Garrett Bischoff training with his trainer. And Eric Bischoff barging in. And he saw the trainer. He knew what he looked like, but we didn't. Right when Eric saw him, the cameras left. Right when Eric saw him. So he saw him, but we didn't. Garrett teased that the trainer was in the building. We would see him later on in the evening. And it was what I thought. I said to myself, and I think I said it on here, on my videos, that I said, I predicted that Hulk Hogan would be the trainer. Boy, was I right. Hulk Hogan is the trainer for Garrett Bischoff. He came out later on the show when Eric came out with Gunner in tow and literally beat the crap out of both of them, sending messages to both of them. And Garrett kind of got in there too, beating the crap out of Bischoff as well. Eric Bischoff. So, I smell a match with Garrett and Eric at Against All Odds. Or even better, maybe at Lockdown. They've been advertising Lockdown lately. But that'll be better. Eric and Garrett in a steel cage match. Father versus son in a steel cage. That could be a very big draw. But we'll see what happens there. But Hogan's back as the trainer for Garrett Bischoff, as I kind of predicted. But it's kind of silly. Hogan's the trainer. But we'll see what happens with the storylines and develops. But happy to see we finally found out who the trainer is. As I predicted, it is Hogan. Now on to the first of two matches for James Storm tonight, as James Storm took on the TNA World Heavyweight Champion in a non-title match, Bobby Roode. This was a very great matchup. The crowd was great. They were chanting "Let's Go Cowboy." I liked when Bobby Roode and Storm were doing the boo, yeah, very, very back and forth matchup. Very interesting matchup, very grueling matchup, very long match too. They gave it a great amount of time, great moves from both guys. Very good action. These guys, former tag team champions. They've been in singles matches before. They put on good matches. And just when we thought there was going to be no interference, well, there kind of was. Bobby Roode was about to use the belt on James Storm because Bobby Roode was very frustrated. He tried submitting Storm with his crossface, didn't get the win. He tried to pin Storm. He tried everything in his power to beat Storm by not cheating. And he still couldn't get the victory. So he tried to interfere. He tried to cheat with the TNA title belt. But right before he was going to, Storm got a backstabber in. And Storm was going to get a last call super kick by Storm. However, here comes Billy Ray from the back, tripping James Storm. And helping Storm trip. And when Billy Ray got the trip on Storm, Roode got back up. Got to move on Storm. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Roode gets the victory over James Storm thanks to a little help from Bully Ray. Though it's just a little bit of interference, a trip by Bully Ray. It did give Bobby Roode enough strength to get back up and get the victory over James Storm. Like I said, great matchup, but they beat the crap out of Storm later on after the match. They did a little move, like a spine buster or a powerbomb move on Storm on the championship belt, injuring his ribs a bit. Because, like I said, Bully Ray had to wrestle Storm later on in the evening as your main event. So, was Storm going to be able to make it? Well, he did. And I'll tell you how Storm did in the second match of the night against Bully Ray as a main event later on, after I talk about the co-main event, which was a non-title match as Tara took on the Knockouts champion, Gail Kim. Now, these two would face off at the pay-per-view against the odds. I think it's kind of weird that they had Tara against Gail Kim. Now, I know it's not for the title and all, but it's kind of weird to have it on Impact as a match that will be taking place at the pay-per-view. Let me say this. At least it wasn't a 30-second squash match, WWE. Anyway, good to see a not 30-second squash knockouts match tonight like WWE did on Monday. Like I said, TNA, I've been saying this all along. TNA's knockout division, not totally better than WWE, but at least a little better than WWE. They let the women wrestle tonight. And, you know, they didn't wrestle. It was okay match with Tara and Gail. I know they're trying to save up all their energy and all their great moves at the pay-per-view. But it was a little miscommunication as another interference attempt by Gail Kim. Of course, Madison Rayne was out there to help her. BFF, her tag team partner in crime. And Madison was going to interfere. She was going to interfere. But she was ramming into Tara, but Tara ducked it. And Madison hit Tara. Madison hit Gail. So Gail was down after Madison ran into her inadvertently. Tara got set up for the Widow's Peak. And Tara got the victory over the TNA Knockouts champion in the non-title match. Setting a match that's to the Knockouts champion. This could be the same ending. Will it be the same ending? But this time with Tara winning the title? We'll find out. This could be a great matchup on the pay-per-view. There's a decent matchup tonight. But maybe they're saving up all the best moves and saving all the best energy and all the total work on their match at the pay-per-view. So we'll see what happens at the pay-per-view with Tara versus Gail Kim. This time for the title. We'll see if Tara wins this time. If she does win, it'll be the title she'll get. Now on to our main event. It was Bully Ray against James Storm. Like I mentioned, James Storm had wrestled earlier in the evening against Bobby Roode and lost to Bobby Roode thanks to a little interference by Bully Ray. Well, it was an okay matchup, not as good as the Bobby and Storm match as we get when James Storm wrestling a big guy like Bully Ray. I did like the crowd saying, "Let's go, we want Devon." I didn't hear that chant ever. Not even in the U.S. I've heard people saying, "We want Devon." You know, Team 3D's dead and all, but still. Anyway, it was an okay matchup. Bully Ray took control, but Storm came flying back. It was kind of an okay back and forth matchup. Storm was winning and everything, and then Bobby Roode came out to repay Bully the favor after Bully Ray helped Bobby Roode win early in the evening. But then Sting came out with a croquet bat, a Wigby bat, because they're all in the UK after all. So we didn't have a baseball bat, he got a Wigby bat since we're all in the UK. So, and then, like I said, the match was just okay. Storm did some moves, and then all of a sudden the ending was Bully Ray's head kind of inadvertently hit the referee's head. So referee was down for a little bit, and Storm was down, and Bully Ray was down, ref was down. Then Bobby Roode was going to come in with the belt and hit Storm with it to help Bully Ray win, like Bully Ray helped Roode win early in the evening. But then Sting chased him out of the ring with the bat, and Storm got the victory over Bully Ray with the last call super kick. So Storm got the victory after Sting chased Roode out from interfering to help Bully Ray win. So a Storm and Sting standing tall as we ended Impact tonight. Now, say next week we'll be back in the UK, and it's going to be a Star Wars themed show because, Spike TV airs the Star Wars movies. They have the rights to the Star Wars movies. And of course, next week, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, will be reissued in 3D. So it makes kind of sense that TNA is going to have the old Star Wars edition. Who knows what that will be like. But we'll see what happens next week in Impact. But like I said, overall, tonight's Impact was decent. You know, we had a match made for Against All Odds with the Fatal 4-Way for the title. And okay matches tonight. And at least the Knockouts match was longer than 30 seconds, WWE. Alright, that is it for my TNA Impact review. I'll see you all later. With that in mind, you all been attacked by the review. I'm Zach. Thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel. Comment your thoughts on Impact below. See you all later. Bye bye. Yeah.